Fabulous, beautiful. Probably fabulous. See how that performs. So we'll do death mode none, just because I'm still learning this myself. No penalty for death, barring low health, long walk. Oops. God damn it. I was confused by the Whee! Have I seen Subnautica? Oh yeah, I've got Subnautica. I know it's been updated, so I'm kind of definitely interested in playing that as well. Seeing what the changes are, but I'm not sure when that's gonna happen though. So yeah, so early access. This is an early access game. I think it's being made by, I know for sure, at least one guy. But you know, it's kind of a. I think what did Silver say? Kind of. Silver, what did you describe this? Subnautica, is it good? Yeah. This is getting really cool. Like it's come a long way. If you like survival crafting games, so. Oh. But yeah, you crash land on this planet. You basically your goal, at least at the moment, is to gather resources, various resources, and build a, I think rebuild a space station. And then just your end goal is to escape the planet. I haven't really gotten that far in progression, but the developer's adding new stuff a lot, like constantly. So it's really cool. It's very you want to get stuff automated. So there's like conveyor belts, grills, and upgrades, and things for your suit. You have a little bot that follows you around and will fill your energy with stuff. Where'd he go? I'm not sure where he went. He went somewhere. I need to repair him right now, though. He's broken. So there's a quick tutorial. So press E to add resources. Well, I got some coal in my inventory, so we're gonna add coal. This just powers the main generator here. This opens up during the daytime. It's night right now, but it's solar powered. So like it'll burn coal to gather energy, and it'll also open up and gather sunlight. Factorio Minecraft. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. Press Q to gather energy. So my suit information is in the top left-hand corner, along with my health. So you see all little hearts. So pretty self-explanatory. Suit power. Top right corner is the environment. So you will freeze and gas and all that stuff. So poison. So external temperature, suit internal temperature, battery use. So you know if I wander too far away from heat, like I don't think there's heat right now, but I can put down torches that heat up the location around it, and it'll warm me up. But if I get cold, my suit uses up energy to keep me warm, and then if I run out of energy and can't keep myself warm, then I get hypothermia. So press E here to add power to the ore extractor. Everything revolves around power. Power is huge in this game. Like, managing power is critical. So I fill it up halfway, and now this thing's drilling. So it's drilling into the rock. The rock and environment's all. Oh, here we go. That's why so you can see the hypothermia. Oops. Well, you saw the cold creeping in on the sides.
Insufficient energy.
Press Q to remove coal. So yeah, something nice as well is that from a distance you can grab your resources out of these, what do you call them, storage hoppers. There's a couple different versions of the hoppers. Some that aren't so good. Some that are really basic. I think this is the best one you can build at the moment. It stores 100 items. Other ones will only store 2. So we'll take Q to remove coal. We got 5. Right, so part of the tutorial, this is your scanner. This is also pretty big. You don't have any idea of what any of the alien stuff is, so any block that you come across that you don't know what it is, you have to scan it. Every time you scan an unknown block, you have to come over here to a research station, and then you research your scanned block, which then gives you research points, and during the research points, you use the research points to unlock recipes. Recipes and projects. So suit upgrades, mining upgrades, power grid stuff, you name it. So yeah, so like the snow, we don't know what this is, unknown block detected, right click, and it, now we have a scan new block, research, you select it, hit process, it's snow, cool, I got 1 point for that. Cool. I can use that point and I can unlock storage crates if I want, or black box data, which it gives you a description of what these things do. So black box data, for instance, your suit contains a black box that stored all the sensor readings leading up to your crash on the planet. Researching this data could help you determine what exactly happened. Power required to research 350. Yeah, so the power needs to be, it's points and you have to have enough power stored up to. Wants me to, what's I'm going to do? Press E to open then craft and Arthur, right. So since this will repair Arthur. Arthur is the bottom. So Arthur power core.
Crafting.
Crafted. So that's the end of the tutorial. There's context help. Yeah, you can bring this up by pressing H. So context, there's snow. There's a lot of good descriptions for what things do. Ore extractors. So you get the ore extractors, find the ore, you put the ore extractor on the item or the ore, then you have to power it. So you can put power directly into the ore extractor from my suit, but then I don't have it in my suit. So then you need to build batteries, and there's lasers that will direct power from your base to, or from power sources to another power source, which is pretty cool. It's come a long way. I've had this game for quite a while, and it's come a long way. So it's actually pretty fun now. So here's a good example, a quick example of the automation. So conveyor belts. So this ore extractor here. A lot of the things have really cool animations too, and they're all confined to squares. Even big objects like this, you build these things by doing like a 3x3 cube, and then it turns into an item. But here we have. So here we have conveyor belts. So they're in my inventory. They give you 3 for the tutorial, but what we're going to do is use conveyor belts to take the ore, the coal, from this hopper and put it into our power hub, central power hub. So you can place them, you basically left click with the, what is this device that I've got. So you left click to place it, so it automatically starts moving, doesn't require power, but then I need to use R to turn it. Now it's going in the right direction. And then we need to put another hopper, logistics hopper. And so now, with the conveyor belt, it will move. So the mining The ore extractor will mine, put the stuff into the storage hopper. Storage hopper, because the belts are just automatic, will start feeding the belts. Belts will go into the logistics hopper, which is different than this one. And it tells you what it is in the left-hand corner. So you are 100 items. This one does 2 items, so only holds 2 core, but it pulls one out when this one needs it, which is what we did in the beginning. So it basically will automatically add resources. And then it starts building up power, and that's basically it. Here is the ore smelter, and you basically need to smelt ore, raw ore, into bars, so similar to Minecraft. And then the bars are used for certain recipes, and from there the bars can get refined even further into coils and pipes, and yeah, crazy stuff. So but yeah, this basic energy transmitter is what I was talking about before. So you put a basic energy transmitter onto a power source, and it'll beam the energy a great distance. So it's a great way for transferring power far away, because that is one of the things that the game does, is that it like resources and stuff aren't immediately all around you. So you have to travel. Oh, and there's this guy, the big giant spider robot. I don't really know much about him, only that he's on your team and he protects your base from invaders, or our enemies. The only enemies in the game right now are wasps, these kind of wasp-looking things, and they will attack your base after a good amount of time has passed. So you have to worry about it, but you do eventually need to build defenses to protect your base, because like the wasps basically get bigger and bigger, where they're boss size, like they're huge, these giant wasps. So you know, the biggest defense that I know about is missile defenses. So you have to put all these machines that craft missiles and feed them into missile launchers, and the missile launchers will attack the big targets. You have laser cannons of different quality. So I think Mark 1, 2, and 3. You know, the more damage it does, but they need energy. So again, energy management in this game is really huge. Balancing the needs and yeah, researching stuff. It's cool. It's I don't know how much of it, you know, how often I'll stream it, but I know Slurvis has been curious about it, and I figured I wanted to kind of do something a little bit different for the end of this stream. So I figured I'd play a little bit of it, see what we can do. Won't play too much of it, but we might continue this world later on. But yeah, oh, I didn't bind my keys. Shit. So default is I is for inventory, but I've since bound mine to the tab. But yeah, so here's a power storage. Right now there's no power in it, but if I press E, or I think it's E, no, yeah, E to store power, I can store power from a distance, so I don't have to be right up next to things. So from a distance I can press E and put power into it. You see a little status bar. Little status bar fills up. Now this will fill the ore extractor. As you can see here, power goes up. Now it's all gone, so I have to fill it up again. This is another power storage. I can break this down and put it somewhere else if I want to, but it's very handy for getting power right now. I should stream Rust one time? That's possible. I do have Rust as well. I have Rust. IGN from Minecraft should be MrPharCyde, I think. $500. And there's upgrades that I can buy here. So this is your crafting station, your manufacturing plant rather. It's just always animated. Oh, and you got the planets out there, orbiting planets, which are actually 3D objects that are orbiting. They're actually spinning around in orbit, which I just noticed that the other day. Busy. Craft spaceship. The developer hasn't really done anything with this yet. I think he wants to though, eventually. But for now, it's just a nuisance if you try to build that way. Any capitals? Oh, it might be just the capital M, capital P, and C. It's like how I spell it normally. I think. Let's see. Hang on a second. Yeah, in the Minecraft launcher, it's the welcome, comma, and the name that's right there is the one that you need, right? So we can go scan some things. Pretty easy right now. So these these are trees, believe it or not. Go scan some leaves. Okay, and this is wood for the trees. Yeah, MrPharCyde, how I spell it. So capital M, capital P, capital C. This guy. So there's also, you also use growth, or this organic material. You eventually will research and be able to use it for crafting various things. This is the other kind of non-threatening creature that kind of wanders around, just kind of goo. You can't really scan it though, which is kind of a bummer. Do I have one of those? Block has been scanned but not researched. Oh, haven't scanned this guy. Okay. I think that's it for now. The atmosphere is really cool. The blocks, the detail of the blocks is kind of, you know, it's early access, but the spider's giant laser cannon. Oh, so over here. Run through here, so we've got leaves for more information on research, scanning, recipes, and tree trunk, glow shroom, purple glow pod, bobbleberry, orange glow plot. So now I have 19. So I don't have any recipes. Oh, projects. Projects is what you want to. You unlock projects, and then projects unlock recipes. So black box data. Go for that. So it doesn't unlock anything. Storage crate will come in handy later, so we'll just grab that now. We got local life forms. This planet is not dead. Scanners are detecting both plant and animal life forms. This project will investigate the life forms and determine whether they present a threat. So that'll unlock like threat detectors. It'll basically tell you, you know, the threat level of your base and when the next attack will show up. Suit upgrades are pretty critical, so we'll grab suit upgrades right now. Improved ore scanning, basic mining upgrades, power grid, advanced research will unlock a laboratory, which is one of the first 3x3. I think you need 27 blocks. So you build them in groups of 9, but they're pretty complex. They need multiple machines. Suit power pack is good. Solar cell. Suit headlight, we don't need that yet. Of course, it is only 1 point, but suit power pack, you can't make that until we have lithium. So this iron, copper, tin are kind of the initial. Copper and tin are the earliest ones you'll probably find, and then iron is year 2, if you will. And there's like lithium. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that you have to find later on. You can go very, very deep into the Earth's core, or this planet's core, like very, very deep. And then that itself presents problems. There's like a gas level that you need, gas protection, poison gas protection on your suit. There's like minerals down there that you have to gather. It gets pretty crazy. But again, I haven't personally got there. There's a Direwolf 20, for those who are familiar with Direwolf 20. He's got a playthrough of this game right now, up to episode 20-something. So it kind of gives you a very good taste of what kind of the gameplay is at right now, because it's pretty much up to date with the current version, and he's in communication with the developer, you know, talking about stuff as well. Cool, Silvers. Thanks, dude. Is the information that you DM me on Twitter all current? The IP and password and everything? We're scanning. Basic mining upgrades? Probably that. Basic motor drill. I'll come back to that later. Oh, right, yeah. So, right, Silverus. Pretty much lithium. I think lithium will be the the first like very deep ore that you have to mine and bring up to the surface. And I can't remember what they're called, but these creatures will spawn on your conveyor belts and steal ore from you. So, and you have to set up turrets to defend the to defend the conveyor belts. And yeah, no, things get pretty hairy from what I've seen anyway. How many hours on Rust? Oh, not that many. I usually have. I think I might have streamed it. I'm not even sure if I've even streamed it. But you usually have only played like a handful of time, maybe an hour, a couple hours. But just jumping onto servers and kind of just messing around, just trying out recipes and gathering resources. I'm kind of waiting for the new renderer to be launched before I play it again. So whenever the new renderer launches, we'll give it a whirl. Yeah. I also have the forest as well, which is another one that I need to go back and play. It's got some upgrades and stuff. So let's see. Ore scanner. So you're going to find the ore. But we'll do ping unknown. So that's the thing. You can ping the air. I can't remember whether there was a reason for pinging the air, but I can't recall. You can ping known ore. So if you've already iron or copper or whatever you've already scanned, you can ping it and it'll show up. Right now you want to do unknown, so we'll do unknown right now, unless you have power in your suit for it. Holy shit. Oh, it's dirt, that's why. Yeah, that's what it does for the unknown ore. It must be dirt. You have a flashlight, but it uses up juice. Yeah, so you just need to make sure to scan the dirt. One. I think we have stone and dirt. I was like, man, I got lucky. You lucked out, man. There's a whole bunch of ore below you. It's like, oh, with your can't remember what it's called. You do have a gun, by the way. So V. You have a gun. You can upgrade it. Just different weapons. I'm not totally familiar with the weapons though. Press X though to get this mining weapon. It says it on the using the juice. Yeah, you can rebind your keys before you start the game. The little launcher that pops up, you can rebind your keys. So you right click to break blocks. Left click to place them. Actually, a really cool feature that I found out while watching Direwolf was that if you hold down and Control and left click, it'll actually place a row of blocks, horizontal or perpendicular or parallel to your position. So it'll basically just build out from wherever the cursor is, wherever your selector is, and it'll build out towards you. So if you want to fill up, big swaths of area, good way to do it. But that was pretty clever. Now if we scan, we need to research it. The rocks, dirt, the grappler yet? Oh, the grappler you have by default. Totally forgot about that because I haven't dug down yet. But let me fill up my juice. But yeah, if you press F, you automatically have a grappling hook. I'm actually surprised that you have this by default. It might be just for early access sake. So I don't know if he's going to pull it out and give you a recipe to mine it. I wouldn't be surprised because there is a what do you call it? An elevator, kind of a platform elevator that goes up and down, which I haven't built because you have the grappling hook. So if you don't have the grappling hook early on, there'd be more reason to build the platform to go down and up because some of the mine shafts you dig are pretty ridiculous. Let's scan unknown again. There we go. There's something over here. It's pretty cool. Something down there. Well, these will be copper and tin most likely. That's what that is. Of course, it is dark outside. Got some energy. Your bot buddy will only recharge during the purple glow pot. Only during the day. He's also solar powered, so you know. What do we got here? You press G, you can make a glow stick. If you hold down Shift or Control, yeah, Control and right click, you will do like kind of a Uber mining. Here we go. Oh, what is this? I think that's ore. Grab a sample of it. Yeah, so there we go. Cool. Yeah, if you have to mine ore, you have to do Control and right click. It's like a power mining. Let's put a torch here for. So these torches you can place. If you have coal in your inventory, I believe you'll automatically craft them. You have a crafting. If you press C, you have your own crafting menu. So you can build some basic things, but yours, like if you want to build a storage hopper, you need 15 logistics hoppers. So to build logistics hoppers, you need a mini hopper. So you can start here and do this if you're out in the field, but it's better to do them back at your base, where like the storage hopper only costs ingots, iron ingots. But the torches here provide heat. If you can see in the top right hand corner, my battery levels, if I stand on it, you'll actually will get too hot and start burning up. Where the hell did I? Oh, yeah, so this is hypothermia right here. So before I die. Basically, it just gets colder and colder and colder and colder, so it's... But, grab some juice, some power, and you'll be alright. Tin ore. There we go. So now I've already got the... I got the ore extractor. Yeah, I got power. Ore extractor, do I have? I don't have anything to put it into. But you know, you don't really need that right away. So this is actually pretty nice. This isn't too far from the surface. So we just pop it down here. Needs power. Press E. Add a bunch of power. Of course, not too much, just kind of want to die of hypothermia. That's it. It'll just start. It's the very basic. Sounds cool. It'll just start mining stuff. It'll store it in here. It holds a maximum of 26, I believe, or 24, and then a little another red sign will appear saying that it's, it's full. Infinite power. Kind of. You get to the point where, like, you have to build these big giant turbines that generate an obscene amount of power. But yeah, power consumption gets pretty crazy. The more complicated the machine is, the more it'll start pulling. You'll need to kind of manage your energy. So yeah. So from here, you just, I could, one of the things you could do is set this up to be automated. So you want to, if you can find a power cell, eventually you'll be able to create these kind of burners. I can't remember what they're called though, but they're like combustion engines that are better to be built on closer to the surface because they need air. So the further down you put them, the less efficient they become. But you can use those, so I can pop one of those on top of here, and you have a storage unit next to that which feeds it coal. That'll provide an excellent source of power. Or I could, go grab one of those power cubes, pop it here, fill it up with power, and just like I have back at the base, it won't last forever. It'll keep it full of energy for a good amount of time. But it gives you stats, so, basic ore extractor, this tells you right here, 10% efficiency, 8 ore per minute, 0.39 power per second. So, it has 500 power, so you can kind of figure out how long that'll last you, roughly. But there's upgrades you can create for this stuff, so there's cutter heads, drill motors. Drill motors will increase the efficiency, so it'll increase the speed. So, like the basic one, I think increases speed by. I don't know if it was 200. I don't think it was 200%, but one of them does. One of them does a pretty good, but the payoff is that it takes more power. Right? That's the problem. So everything that you do requires power. Just about everything requires power. Conveyor belts, stuff like that. Hoppers don't require power, thankfully. So now, I just use E. We'll add some more power here, so we can keep going. We'll risk hypothermia. Come back here. Now that we have ore, we can use the ore smelter. Just drop the ore into here, and it'll start smelting the ore. So this is what it makes: tin bars. So copper bars, tin bars, iron bars will be the main ones, and then lithium when you finally find it. But yeah, it's cool. It's got little heat dissipation on the sides there. It tells you how hot it's getting: 300, 405 degrees, 435. You can see the hub has built up power here. It is daytime, isn't it? Daytime. There are clear days. It doesn't snow all the time, but low storage. Yeah. So this doesn't really matter here. Actually, you don't really need this guy here at all. So I can gain access to a power cube. The power does go out of it when you mine it, but I can just take this guy and just keep 500 energy into him anyway. But it doesn't really matter because once this is full, well, this has 100 ore in it or 100 coal in it, and it burns one piece of coal at a time, and it lasts for minutes, like a minute or two. So even if this runs out of power right now, this has enough coal backup to last for quite a long time. I'm playing on Fantastic. The highest of my own. I'm hovering around 60 or 55, 60. If I save, you quit real quick. I'll load it up again. We'll do. I think it recommends. Actually, there's not really a big difference. If I do the beta builds, there's the Unity 5.4 build that he's working on now, which actually helps with frame rate. But yeah, fabulous. So it's beautiful and good. So I'll do good now. That's a rocket, by the way, if you were looking at the screen right there. Yeah, you got information, FortressCraft on Twitter. I'm not sure about that pickaxe. There's no pickaxe that I found anyway. Yeah, so this is a solid 60, and honestly, it doesn't look worse, right? Like you'd be hard pressed to really find where all the details are. It's probably more in lighting and shadows and stuff. But it's real-time shadows as far as not like some games where it's like a step, like the shadow kind of steps. So we've got 13 points for that. Oh, nice. New power pack, basic drill motor. Grab one of those. I think the basic drill motor requires. Yeah, these blueprints are in categories. Thankfully, there's also a search button, and it tells you the different tiers. You can sort by tiers. You can also just sort by the materials or blueprints that you can make because you have the materials. You can also search for stuff, which is really nice. But basic drill motor requires 6 iron bars, 4 copper, 8 tin. This is another nice thing here. The forced induction. So placed on top of a regular smelter to increase speed by 200%, but power usage increases by 800%. Does not support basic smelters. So I can only build basic ore smelters right now. Well, I can't actually build one of these. I can build the one below that, and that efficiency upgrade doesn't work with it. What's a pain in the ass here is that it requires this unknown material is a earth rock, or not an earth rock, but like a organic rock or something, which in my the world I'm playing on my laptop, I've only found 3, and you need 5 to build a new smelter. And like a new smelter for me would be amazing. So things move a little bit slower. You have to adventure a bit, so I might have to go out further to find it. But you know, I've gotten suit upgrades and things of that nature, which now allows me to kind of go explore a bit more. Yeah, the textures might be a little bit less shiny as well, but honestly, it's for what it is right now. Like, I definitely would rather have 60 FPS. So yeah, this is actually really nice. If we go back to here, scanning, loading alien, there we go. Okay, so there's over here. Oh, that's nice. Let's see what this is. Hopefully this is... That's copper. Go back to M, scan this. Scan this guy. My portrait. Got copper now. Gray. Yeah, so low storage now, so the power isn't even a problem for this guy. Let's see if we have... So we have copper and tin. Okay, so that means copper was also over there, so this is probably iron below us. This is actually pretty good. That's shit. My laptop world. It is spread all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, the conveyor belts are a little funky. You can definitely do some crazy stuff with that. Yeah, so conveyor belts, you can do stuff like this. Do we even have any? I don't have any. Another thing is for conveyor belts, you can build a group of 5 basic conveyor belts, which are, you know, they're not very fast. So, but they only require copper. You can build 1 conveyor belt, which is faster. So like these are regular conveyor belts here. So I would, you know, I could swap these out, but only 3 of them, so not really a whole lot of big point. What's up, Cellfire? So you could turn these into regular. I think the other ones are like a more yellow color, but they're slower. They don't move as fast as these. But early game, it's not really a big deal. But there's sloped conveyor belts up and down. There's conveyor belt turntables. So basically, the turntable will, every time a piece of ore enters a turntable, it'll automatically, if you have like different conveyor belts on the different sides of the turntable, it'll automatically sort a piece of ore onto every other conveyor belt. So if you have, or hoppers. If you have hoppers on either side, it'll just automatically sort, it'll make sure that every side gets an equal amount as it turns around. Here's the lift. Slow and efficient vertical transport can be upgraded using lift compressors. I didn't know that. Pretty cool. 5 tin bars. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they took away the hookshot initially and just allowed you to use this stuff. Because this is actually pretty cool. But it's slow, right? But it's... I haven't actually built it myself, but it's certainly a better way, because if you fall, actually you probably would want to use them if you're playing on one of the more hardcore modes. So as far as survival goes, this is the easiest. So if I die, nothing happens. I don't lose anything. The next one up from this is all your elements in your inventory will, your hotbar, I believe, will drop to the ground. So you have to go back and get them, like Minecraft. Then there's, I think everything drops out of your inventory. And then you could even go further than that, which is if you die, then you're just dead. Then you have one where if you die, you'll respawn. But if your central power hub, if this thing gets destroyed, then it's game over. So you have a few different options. I like the idea of this, protecting this thing. Like if this thing dies, then it's game over. That's, you know, good motivation for building defenses and things like that. So That's pretty cool. I just started building lasers on my laptop world, and I'm only building lasers to defend my mining operation from the things spawning on my down below. Getting close to wrapping up for the evening. If you die, all your stuff disappears. Ooh. There's a you can do a target frame rate actually. So you can do like dynamic frame rate, and it'll automatically adjust certain things to keep your frame rate. Oh, I'm at 100 now. Yeah, so you got iron down there, so that, you know, these would be early on before you get a whole lot of stuff. You could just do it manually. So just set up the drills, and because you can operate the drills from a distance. Like if you have a line of sight straight down, you can just do that. You know, here you would use, you know, if this drill here was way down below, you just from a distance you can press E. You know, you can grab the stuff out of here if need be. Like this thing over here that's gathering tin. If I had line of sight to it. Yeah, so there's the ore thing. Look at it, press E, loot it, add power from up here. So I don't actually have to go down there if I don't want to. Ouch. Fall damage is real. This is a heads up. There's some coals right here. Kind of nice. Oh. Wow. There's a big change. So the shadow, it's only drawing shadows around me where I'm at. Notice that. But yeah, so we should have some tin bars. Yep. How much does a new... Oh, I've got another one. I forgot that I actually have 3. They give you a drill for the first 3 primary ores. It's kind of nice. Drop one of these here. Pump some power into it. And since my bot's recharging, like he'll zap me every once in a while to fill me up with power. You'll be able to build a dock for him to land so he can charge at night if you want. There's also a Hi burgers. Hi man. So slow. Because when I first started playing this game, I didn't know how to craft. Yeah, like this is the situation I got in before, where I was like, how do I craft these torches? I don't know how to craft the torches. I didn't realize that if you press C, you actually have your little crafting window, and then it lists the torches under here. So, which, you know, it's 5 coal for a torch, and if you have coal in your inventory, it'll just automatically do it. Wow, it's deep. I know the first rule of Minecraft. I was actually gonna make a comment about that. Of like, don't dig straight down, which reminded me of if you hold down Shift and T to add, you'll add. You can see at the bottom left-hand corner. So if I press Shift, it says 10 coal, or if I don't do anything, I'll just add the entire stack, or I'll add a stack of 73. I'll take 74. But yeah, that happened to me before, actually, when I was digging down, and but I didn't have any what's this stuff? Oh, it's bedrock. Damn it. Wait. The bedrock? Yeah, that's definitely not ore. I'm so excited, but it's just another stone. Oh, it's just rock. Aye. Oh boy. Yeah. So this is where things get crazy. You have to basically go down further. You know, keep digging around. Low storage. Full stack of copper. Don't ping the air. Yeah, so there's something here. I'm not quite sure what that is though. Oops, that's known. Oh wow. Takes a while for it to go away, unfortunately. Golden power. Yee. Yeah, this is where it kind of gets time consuming. This is why it's kind of it's questionable whether I'll stream a lot of this. I've thought about doing like a let's play, but I don't know. We'll see. Because this is like a situation where, all right, I'm gonna go find iron, and then cut to finally finding iron, because who knows how long it'll take me to find iron. It could be just down below. I think I have to go down a bit to find iron. That'll take some experimentation. But can I build anything right now? I need to build. I've only got drop copper on here. I'll have copper ingots. How much is the force induction? No, we need iron for that. Iron for the basic drill motor as well. Storage hopper is iron and tin. Solar cell. Oh, we can do the solar cell. You want to research that? Yeah. Solar cell is what? 10 bars, 8 tin, and 12 copper. Sure. Go on. Odd. Oh. I think it needs to be at a, it actually needs to be at a certain temperature for it to start melting certain ores. But I think for copper it needs to be over 1100 degrees Celsius. Because now it's working, but it took a while for it to warm up. So we'll build the solar upgrade. I think that allows me to, what does it do? Increases the efficiency of your suit's solar panels. Only one required and must be carried in inventory. Requires hydrojet cutter to manufacture. Oh shit. Oh, hydrojet cutter is what this is. Yeah. So they don't separate it, but this is the hydrojet cutter. Which I didn't realize, and then I built a hydrojet cutter, and it was just another one of these things. It's like, so if you wanted another crafting table, basically, you would build another one of these. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if this whole thing. I think this whole thing might be the whole project. But you don't want to build it somewhere else and have a crafting table somewhere else. Then you would build it. Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest bottleneck that I've come across so far is the ability to smelt stuff quickly. Already got the power core. Yeah, hydrojet cutter. That's what this is. I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, I need to build another one? Like, wait. That's what that is. Shit. Let tin do its work. And it needs X number of, I can't remember how many it is. Does 4 copper or 4 ore per 4 copper? Hang on. So I have 28. Melt 1. Yeah, so 4 ore for 1 tin bar. So you can only add as many as it'll take. So you can't add like an off or an even number. Low storage. Good. Have the copper. Yeah, you can definitely injure yourself with the grappling hook. Having these two here is really nice. So that means we'll just have to find an iron source. I think iron. Yeah, usually what I'll do is what I've been doing anyway, use conveyor belts to just bring it up to the surface. So go straight down, find it, have conveyor belts, bring it up to the surface, and have like a hopper near the hole, the entrance hole, so you can just kind of look at it and grab it, as opposed to having to run all the way over there. But like lithium, though, you start having to worry about those enemies spawning on your conveyor belts and stealing your shit. So you have to build power cells and laser cannons, and you get to protect the ore. It gets cray-cray. Just need copper. Already got copper. Oh, good timing. How many? 12 copper bars. Once I craft this thing, we'll be done for the night. Oh, we're doing tin. Shit. green stuff. And realize how much of an improvement the forced induction is. It's just a waiting game early on. You just have to have patience. So, I mean, if you play crafting games and stuff like that, or survival games, and you enjoy it, you're okay with the wait and the kind of the progress that you make when things get easier and more efficient. You know, the rewarding, how rewarding that feels. Yeah, no, on my laptop world, I've got lithium, iron, copper, tin. I've got a lot of good stuff. I got a lot of good upgrades, but I still only have the one smelter. I've got the induction on it, but I only have one because I can't find any organic rock things. You need 5 of them. I have 3. That's it. So, it's brutal.
Crafting.
Right. Oh, and these storage hoppers. I'll make this one face me. So you can, the little readout, sometimes it's hard to see, but you know, add and remove, storage full, says coal ore, so it gives you pretty good information on what's on it. If you press E, you can toggle the status of it, so I can do remove only, the funny voice that says remove only. So it tells you the direction that it's going, but it'll remove. So things can always go into a storage hopper, but here it'll only remove in that direction. So if you have something that crafts something on this side, it won't put it back into the storage hopper unless you want it to. You can do it again. So add only. So now it'll take stuff in from the side, but it won't put anything out. It'll lock it, so it won't do anything. But now it's add and remove, so it's kind of default is add and remove. So it'll take things from both directions, kind of willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Here's the kind of defenses. I can't even make threats yet. Threat scanners, that's what I was saying before, provides an early warning system, estimates the threat generated by your base and the time until next attack. Handy later on. There's a server monitor that you can use. It's 1 copper. This is, you know, if you run a server that does this. I haven't used it, so I'm not quite sure what it does. But if you host a server, probably what you want to use. The threat reducer uses a small amount of power to reduce your base's threat. Use this for a respite from attacks while you develop your base. And then the reverse threat agitator, make things want to attack you. You can see that little hornet thing. That's pretty much what the only thing that really attacks your base right now are those wasp like. Yeah. Oh, these are kind of nice. If you want to find a specific ore. Server monitor gives you stats about the world. Oh, that's cool. There you go. Blank ore ping is nice. I haven't used it yet, but if you want once you start juggling multiple ore types, or you want to find a specific one only, you can create a blank ore ping and then tell it to find only tin or only iron. Well worth making on single player to see some of them. Oh, you know what? I've never made it before, so why not? See what it does. You can make Arthur give him a hat. You need if you have the supporter pack, which I think is like $5, you can give Arthur monocle. Yeah, the dapper pack. So he'll have a little top hat and he'll like tip to you and monocle and a mustache. Server monitor.
Crafting.
What does this do? I've never actually made this before. Gives you read time readouts of your server status, not a game item. Allows you to monitor the server. Also gives readouts about permissions and other fun things. Sorry about your fourth wall. Currently in your inventory. Play that later. Not sure what kind of information it'll throw up. That's cool though. Give it a look. But yeah. I think that's pretty much it for now. It's time for me. I'm tired. I'm gonna log off for the evening. But that's kind of the very early basics. Early basics. The game gets pretty nuts. Again, Direwolf 20. For those that are not familiar, it's just Direwolf number 20, all one word. Has a playthrough of this up on his YouTube channel, which, you know, does a really good job of showing from early game to... He's quite far now, actually. He's got a device made for sending power up to the space station. So, you place it at like a block and it brings up a screen. Okay. Guess I don't know if it like shows that IP address or anything like that. But yeah. I think that's a pretty good intro to FortressCraft Evolved for right now. Yeah, like I said, whether I play this more later on, it's hard to say. Because it can be very drawn out. It take a long time to find stuff, but I mean, it might not be a big deal. Maybe I'll look like end casts, something with it, depending on how the day goes. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for FortressCraft Evolved. Hopefully, it was a little educational or informative at the very least. I'll throw this up on YouTube if anybody wants to check it out later. In-game stats. Okay. I'll give a look afterwards. Oh. Yeah, I'm tired. But thank you folks for joining me. Thank you as well for those that stuck around after the Oblivion cast. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.